Hey friends, it's Ashley, and today I am sharing a layout using the new May Crave mini kit from Citrus Twist Kits and also some of the May digitals. These were new in the shop on May 1st, and I will post links to those in the description box below so you can check those out. So I am doing a Life Crafted layout, and there is a new album in the Life Crafted size. It's I think they're 6 by 8 is the size of those, but I print my pages since I work outside the page protector at 5 inches by 8 1/4. And there are some new, well, I'm sorry, the 6 by 8 are the new albums. The Life Crafted size, I think, I can't remember it off the top of my head, but I'll post it in the description box so you can check that out. But there are two different options now for album sizes at Citrus Twist Kits. So I am using some food photos because I thought that would be perfect to go with the theme of the Crave kit. And I have 4 different photos of some of my favorite foods. I am one of those people that likes to take photos of my food. So I usually have them in my camera roll on my phone. And I'm kind of arranging these kind of, you can see, just like offset from one another, but they are lined up with the top and bottom. And I like this grid paper. This is one of the digitals that I actually altered because it did have a design at the bottom, but in my Adobe Illustrator, I just enlarged it to get rid of the pattern on the bottom and then cropped it out. And it has kind of like a notebook paper look to it, so it gives you some fun lines to kind of line up your photos and embellishments. And the embellishments that I'm starting to work with now are actually some of the digitals. I printed these because there were 4 of these kind of little cards, or I don't know what you would really call them, like ticket size kind of things. So I printed all of these out because I knew I wanted to use these in the opposite spaces of my photos. And so right now I'm just kind of getting the base of my layout going. I do have a die cut at the top. They do have cut files also in the Citrus Twist Kit shop. And this is from the May cut files also. It's just a little speech bubble with "This is the good stuff." And initially I thought I would use that at the top of my layout. But once I get going and get most of my design in place, I decide to put it in a different spot, and you will see that just a little bit later here. So these little pennants were also part of the digitals. So I'm working with the digitals that I printed out first, and then I am going to use some of the ephemera from the actual Crave mini kit also on here. And the way I kind of describe this design is like Tetris. So I kind of got the placement of the main embellishments and my photos, and then I'm going to start building in and putting embellishments in the spaces in between. And I also wanted to use these cute little stickers, the alpha stickers. It's kind of a mint color, and they were a perfect fit to go on all of these little cards that I printed out. And I'm just putting the name of each food, so you can see I'm doing tacos here. I will do coffee, and I'm just going to do these 2, and then I'll do the others off screen, but it'll be the same process. And I'll also do pizza and panini. So I'm just going to get this last one in place. And I also like these because they line up really well with the little rectangle alpha. So now I'm going to go ahead and add this cut file. And when I am doing a Life Crafted layout, sometimes I like to kind of extend across both pages. So that's what I'm going to do with this. So I was kind of measuring to see where I wanted to put it, and I add some adhesive to the back that's going to go on the left hand side to get that in place. And then I just move my other side of the layout out of the way, and I can trim this off. And if you are doing something like this, it's always important to make sure that your pages are lined up exactly the way that they're supposed to be, so your edges will meet up for whatever you're extending across both sides of your page. So now I can just get that in place, and it will go perfectly with the piece that I already put on the left hand side. And I liked that much better than putting it at the top because I liked it layered over the other parts of the layout. And this was kind of my inspiration for the whole layout, the little puffy sticker that says "Things I Crave." I thought that was a fun little saying, and I knew I wanted to use that somewhere on the layout, so I kind of used it as a subtitle to "This is the good stuff." Now I'm going to start going through the ephemera pack. And if you love ephemera, then this is for you because there is a ton of ephemera pieces in this pack. You can see here just how many pieces there are. There's lots of different little circle pieces, some card pieces, little cups, of course, phrases. So there's lots of different things to choose from. And I do like to mix my ephemera with other pieces. So I'm going to use some chipboard stickers and some puffy stickers. And I liked this little chipboard piece, and I wanted to put it somewhere. It said just one more bite. And I was trying to find the perfect spot for it. And I couldn't decide where to put it, so I just decided to go right there. I liked the pop of red, and I really liked the phrase because it was perfect for the theme of my layout. And I wanted to bring in some more red, so I also added that little square heart down to the bottom right hand corner of my photo, just to kind of have that look on both sides of the page. So I just kind of go through all the different embellishments. I do like to mix different dimensional embellishments and types because it adds interest to your layout. If you just use all ephemera, it can look kind of flat. So bringing in some other pieces always adds interest. Or if you use pop dots behind some of your ephemera to raise those up, it just adds a different look to your page. So I saw these little hearts and I thought those would be kind of like a perfect little embellishment to add around the page. And I am using my tweezers for these. They come in handy for if you're doing something really tiny. You saw that I used them earlier on the letter stickers, or if you have something that has adhesive all over the back and you need help kind of placing it. And I think these are EK Success brand. I will look those up and I'll post that in the description box if you're interested in picking some of those up. They do, like I said, come in handy for those tiny embellishments. So I've got a few more pieces here that I'm looking to place and just get lined up in that Tetris design that I've got going here. And I just love how all of these colors are really bright. I kind of just did every color on this layout, so it's a little bit of the rainbow. And I've gotten everything in place, so now I'm going to go ahead and add just a little bit of journaling. I printed this on transparent sticker paper that I get from Heidi Swap Shop, and I just printed it on my computer. I do have a reel on Instagram kind of showing how I do that if you want to check it out. It's in my story highlights if you want to head over to see how I do that. But I'm just going to get these in place and just kind of line them up next to each photo that they go with so you can see how those look. And I just trim them out with my scissors because you're not really going to see the edges of that. So you can just kind of place it and then blend it in to your background. And that's what I love about the transparent. It still lets your background show through. So it just kind of adds a fun little journaling look to your pages. And so I'm going to finish this last one here, and that will finish up my layout. And I do add the dates off camera. You'll see that here at the end, and I will leave those links in the description box for you, again, to check out the new products in the Citrus Twist Kits shop. Thanks so much for watching today, and I will see you next time.